Okay. Right, we're going to do something with this plugin, which is a free contact library, which is this one right here. This is called Super Audio Boy. I think it's by, it was Impact Sonic something. I don't know, it doesn't say on it. But you can easily Google it if you want to find it. If you've got Contact, you can just use it straight out the box, or you can use, I think, like 20 minutes of it if you've only got the free Contact player from Native Instruments. Anyway, let's not go on too much about that and have a look at this. We have got 4 layers, which I've loaded up into 4 different instruments just to make life easier. But we've got here a lead saw wave. We've got here a... Let's load it up. That's a pulse wave. I need to load it up every time. And then a triangle wave. And then we've got some drums. It's got a hi-hat as well. Okay, should we just see what this sounds like and how you can use it? So I'm just going to make something maybe with 2 sections today, just so you get the idea. Let's just put down a basic drum beat. Okay, and then we're just going to put a bass on top of it. Okay, that'll do. Just something to layer something melodic wise on top of it. That's enough in time for this. And then, all right, so we're going to make a little lead line. I'm not sure about that last note, but yeah. So I'm just blacking out at the moment, so you can just fiddle around and see what you like with this instrument. But let's just see what it sounds like. Quantize, just tighten up the ends of it. I'll make it. I don't think it makes a difference. The velocities, no, the velocities make no difference on this instrument, so it is just all full blast and nothing else. Now you can see that doesn't sound great like that. Notes are okay. And let's make this, as it sounds a bit actiony, a bit faster. Do, won't it? Let's have a look at this instrument and what can we do here with this. So at the moment this is going to be like a harmony or something. I'm not sure yet, I haven't made a decision. So let's have a look. We've got effects on here, so we could add some delay to it. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, it's just like a, yeah, okay. We have got sync. Is that going to be where it sits in? So yeah, that's just the tempo of the delay, so it's called sync on this one. And feedback is how many delays we're going to have. Okay, cool. All right, let's have a listen. We're just in A minor. Do something like that. Let's just neaten that up, but I wouldn't bring that in straight away. So there, what I'm going to do is copy and paste all this. On Logic that is Apple key and R, but I've got it set to D because I do duplicating a lot. Right, so this is the first time, nothing. And then we're going to have this coming. Okay, just delete that note. Make sure that's a bit longer. Yeah, that kind of works. So let's see. So that is going to be about 12 seconds long. So you could maybe layer this up a bit more actually. So if we've got to the beginning bit. yeah, let's try another instrument. So if you're trying to make things like authentically Game Boy, I guess you've probably only got 4 channels on a Game Boy, but that's fine. If we're trying to be authentic, we can just load up a new instrument here and take this one away. So let's have a look at what these sound like. So that was saw 1, and that's a bit more of a softer saw. No, okay. Okay, that'll do, won't it? Just something to bring down the energy. So here we've got kind of the intro, which is a bit full on, and then bring down the energy a little bit. Yeah, something like that will do. And what I'm going to do here is, again, maybe mess around with the delay. So you can use the stuff, let's use the stuff on there. Or actually, I've got a delay just set up on the bus. So. Unless you really are going to be anal about being super authentic, then just use the effects on the sequencer, the ones you're most comfortable using. And just so you can see, it is just the stereo delay with its default preset. So I could play with that, but for brevity, we're just going to use it as is. That didn't do what I wanted it to do, so let's duplicate that again. And then let's be now what you wouldn't, well, I'm just trying to think here. Maybe here we could, well, we can either double up the lead. So we could just do that. That'd be easy. It's doing some weird stuff with phasing there, so you can sort that out by just going up an octave. Okay, yeah, I mean, again, this is just an example of what this instrument sounds like rather than a tutorial. But let's make a B section. So we've got these drums. Let's just copy and paste them. Right? We can always mess with them. So let's. How I go onto a new section is I just think about the bass first. So we've got. So let's just try an E there. So that will be the 5th from the A, which is the note we started on. I can't play that fast. Easy. Go back to the original tempo. I'll do. Let's make sure that works. Yeah, that'll do. I was going to go to E originally, but we went to F instead. And let's go back up to 150-ish. So let's do something with this. So this accompaniment, let's copy and paste the instrument. And now what we're going to do is just try something else to vary it up. So we haven't got many options on this. Where is the effects panel? I need to go back to the main panel. Let's just try something. Let's add. It's kind of an abrasive sound, so probably don't want that. About a softer pulse. I think it was the original sound though. So what else we got? We've got an arpeggiator. Let's try. Okay. Now, can we do anything with that arpeggiator? I don't know how you get to it. Let's have a look. Randomize up. That's just for the randomize. Any bits like this I'll just cut out, I think, whilst I work out how to get to the arpeggiator. Mod matrix. A. Okay, here we are, up. So let's have a look at what we can do here. We have got step, swing, sync, no order. Let's go ascending. That's the modular. Oh, I see. So these are all the different things. So here we could go volume, and we could do this. And it will get louder. Okay, that makes sense. So if we wanted to do that, and let's make it down to an 1/8. Okay, let's just play the chords that we've got. So don't need to play it twice. Let's put that in, go back to the original take, quantize that, quantize, and then let's quantize that to something that is going to be played in time. Right, 8th notes, there we are. And what we'll do is the second time round, we'll just keep that the same and put that out. It's about there. And we'll change the bass to stay on that note just so it makes sense musically. Right. And that should loop back round. Yeah, it loops back around well enough. We could obviously tidy up the ends and make drum fills and do all that. Okay, so we want a melody, don't we? So we could just use one of the sounds we've already got. What we can do is just have a look and see what else there is here. So let's try one of these add sounds. Something along those lines. Again, I'm just noodling here just so you get the idea of this instrument. Yeah, okay, sounds like music. That'll do for me. Actually, the second time round, so when you're writing music, something along those lines, just to vary it up a little bit. So let's have a look. Don't like the ending bit. Okay, let's just try this. No, it should be a longer note, shouldn't it? It's just me using my imagination here, so that's what you need to do. Should that come in earlier? Yeah, and that one comes in there. Okay. Let's see if that works better. Maybe bring in second half of it again. We've brought in this arpeggiator basically every time. So don't like that. It's clashing with the main instrument, so maybe a low one. Okay. Just a very simple arpeggio line. You can use one of the arpeggiators built into Logic, which is right under this MIDI effect if you don't fancy playing that in. Now it should loop back round. Just out of interest, does this have modulation? Yes, it does. Sounds much better with a little bit of modulation. That's just the mod wheel. If you need to add it and you don't have a mod wheel, then you should be able to press A when you're in this mode, this one up here, to edit it. And just go and turn on modulation. So we'll turn it on to about 50% there. be a softer sound. I might just try with a tiny bit of modulation, that sound. So that one there. And let's just see with clicking things. Let's just see what this sounds like with a little bit of modulation on it. It's subtle, but actually... Okay, so the modulation is worth adding to this sort of thing because the sounds are very plain, so you want to vary them up either with effects or with some sort of modulation. Does the pitch bend work? Yeah. So like here, like let's just pitch bend that last thing. This is just such an easy thing to do that you may as well do it. Got to remember where pitch bend is. There it is. Right. So pitch bend is on, and then we're just going to leave it at its correct value, which is 0, and then we'll make sure it's on that one as well. Pitch bend, be very, very careful, because if you do now a bend here, say at the end of this, it will remember that last thing there when you play that instrument again. So make sure, I think this would be the same with any sequencer. Let's just see what that sounds like. So instead of doing that, how about we just extend that note out, put that to there. Let's delete this one at the top because we're just going to copy it. Maybe even earlier than that. This keyboard's in the way. So let's do maybe that. Need a bit of the note. Okay, let's do it halfway in between both of those two and see if that works. Yeah, that'll do. And this was plus 12, wasn't it? So there we are. That's not perfect. And I might be tempted to back that up again. And remember here, you're going to have that there, the pitch bend. So if you don't do it, it'll be out of tune. So when I say it, I mean just add automation back in to sort it out. Cool. All right then. So that is, what's this instrument called again? Super Audio Boy. I think they do a full thing called Super Audio Cart, which I might buy at some point and do a tutorial and maybe do a few pieces of music with it. This is a very simple thing, but it's great if you just need to get that pretty authentic Game Boy sound. So yeah, I can recommend it. Now, whatever else you need, just let me know. If you want a tutorial on anything, whether you've seen it on my channel or you haven't heard a piece that I've done, I can usually work it out for you. So yeah, brilliant. And do all the normal things on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. Take care.